Hey everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's reading is going to be about how the person feels about you on your mind if you're not in contact with this person. So you have no contact, how do they feel about you currently? Okay, so we have three groups to choose from today. We have group 1 with the selenite crystal, group 2 with the moonstone crystal, and group 3 with the rose quartz crystal. So allow your intuition to guide you to your crystal or pile of choice. All right, think about your person that you're not in contact with. I just love the selenite wand. Also, if you ever wanted to do a personal reading with me, I do offer personal readings. You can check the description box or the comments as well for your timestamps today. So without further ado, let's get started with this reading. Alright, so if you have chosen the selenite crystal, you found your way to your reading. So, no contact, how do they feel? Let's figure it out. So the first card we have here is the Hermit. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Empress. We have Seven of Wands. We have TikTok in reverse. We have Passion. And then for your oracle cards, we have Karmic Relationship, Ascending, and Girl Talk. Okay, so those are your cards here today. Let me make sure you can see everything. Okay. There we go. So no contact with this person. How do they feel about you? So I guess this contact hasn't been for like quite a long time, right? But while you and this person have been in this separation, while you haven't been talking to each other, this person has really been focusing on themselves, their overall development. Okay, like maybe they felt like they could do something better with themselves, or they can do something better in terms of relationships and love. And so they started to, notice that and be self aware of their own, mistakes, be self aware of, their potential, and be more self aware of what they could do better. Okay, because I see this person, like, while they weren't in contact with you, walking away from habit, right? And I feel like as well that this is what they feel like you have been doing too. So just to start off, like, they feel like you have been, you've done your growth, you've done your development, you came from this Hermit to this Empress here. Doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine watching this, they've seen your development and they've seen your growth. And so they're really like happy that you have gotten to this place that you're at, right? So even though you are separated, they do also think sometimes back about, when you guys were together because of this Eight of Cups and Hermit, right? You were nurturing to them. They still feel like you're a sweet person. They still feel like you're somebody that is beautiful. They still feel like you're someone that's creative. And they also know that you're someone that doesn't, like, when you say something, when you say you're going to do something, you put actions towards doing it, and you don't let anything stop you or get in your way. And you're somebody that is still really pushing and developing. You're still somebody that is finding your true self, your true you. And this is what this person is realizing and recognizing as well. They do feel like sometimes they don't know how to feel because they don't know what you're up to. Like, some of you, they think that you're just really silent on them and they don't know what you're doing. A lot of them feel like you've already moved on with a relationship. Maybe you just moved on and like life moved up in life, and that's what they feel. Okay, with TikTok in reverse, they know that this time is kind of out. TikTok in reverse is just, it's like a relationship that has run its course, and they do feel this. They remember times when you both had like a lot of passion for each other, and they still, have a place in their heart where they are tender towards you. but they recognize that you had to heal and let go. This relationship too could have been really triggering, which is why we have the hermit here too, because again, you, as I said in the beginning, you might have shown them things that they felt like they needed to change about themselves. Like this relationship made you both more self-aware. You've learned some lessons and you are both learning to let go. And with ascending here, this is causing you both to break through obstacles. It's causing you both to level up in life. It's causing you both to be prepared for a new relationship, a new connection, right? And it also helped you learn more about yourselves, right? So right now, this person feels like, you've moved on, you're hanging out with your friends, you're doing like different things, new things. And yeah, a lot of people are looking at you and feel like you're doing great, and so is this person, right? And they feel like you're probably happy being single and being without them. They see you having fun. Again, with the Empress, it's like you're doing a good job, you're doing good. Like it's like they don't think you worry about them, they don't think you care about them. They feel like you have put your passions elsewhere. You put your passion into yourself, you put your passion into your work, you put your passion into your skills, your creative hobbies, um, all of that into your lifestyle. And they think that's really great for what you have done for yourself. And, they do think back to the past sometimes because they know that you've taught them a major lesson. They know that they've learned a lot from you. You've given them really good advice and you've helped them be more self aware, even though this relationship has, again, run its course. Well, that's what I got for you guys that chose group 1 with the selenite crystal. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. All right, so if you have chosen the moonstone crystal, you found your way to your reading. So, no contact with this person. How do they feel? Let's get started here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. We have Judgment, the Page of Wands. We have Ten of Pentacles. Okay. We have Mending, Loyal Heart, and we have Getting to Know Each Other. And then for your oracle cards, we have Palm Tree and the Chaser. Okay. So no contact with this person. How do they feel about you? Okay. So what I'm getting here is that this person, there are times when they do think about you. Okay, with the Knight of Wands, there are times where they do think about you, and it comes really quickly, like very like big sparks of passion. Maybe they have a thought, or they pick up like something, or they listen to a song that reminds them of you, and this makes them feel very warm inside. Like whenever they do have memories about you, it makes them feel warm. It makes them feel, passion. It makes them feel like that was such a good time, right? But this person also acknowledges like that those feelings were always so flighty because they weren't very sure. This person lives for adventure, lives for you know connecting with new people all the time, creating new connections. So what I'm getting with this too here is that although they have those memories of you, they still also feel like they weren't really present with your connection in the past. They're noticing this with the Judgment. They're really noticing like the mistakes that they've made. They've noticed like what they could have done better. Like they could have had arguments with you, and now they look back and they're like, wait, they were actually making sense with this argument. Like they were actually making sense. Like they were telling me the truth. They weren't being like horrible, but at the time, like I was so in my head, I was so angry and upset that I didn't listen to them. So it's like they're realizing what they missed out on with you. They're realizing what they missed out on with the past. I'm also getting with this card, it's like we also get a lot of signs of you, and they get a lot of signs with their new partnerships or even friendships that other people noticed things about them that you noticed about them, but they didn't, their friends or their family or other partners didn't notice it or say it. Like they noticed it, but didn't say it to them, but you had the guts to say it to them, and they just weren't listening because they're being stubborn. Especially with the Page of Wands here, right? This person that you're not in contact with too, like, of course they have thought about the things that you've said to them and the messages that you brought to them, but sometimes it wasn't well received, and that's because they were really much in their head. It's like with the volcano in the back here too, it's like they're very insecure, and they were very, you know, one-sided, that they didn't really get some of the things that you said, or they didn't really understand, or just, it just caused like issues because they weren't really present with the connection, right? With Ten of Pentacles here, though, they do feel like you are someone that can really gather good, like a group of people. You can really build a legacy. You can really build a good following, a lot of support. They feel like you're somebody that's very abundant and you're doing really well in your life. They see you and they see that you're very well established, that you're teaching a lot of people things too, that you're sending messages to people, you're very encouraging. They see that you have a lot of passion for what you're doing in your life right now. And with mending, it's like they wanted to reach out. They wanted to have like an apology between you two. And this is something that I do feel like would come for some of you, but not all. But it's like they've thought about healing this connection, because with Loyal Heart, they still, they still have comfort and space in their heart for you, right? And with getting to know each other, it's like after you guys actually like separated and like broke up or whatever, you don't have contact anymore, they started to recognize more things about you that they really cared about and really loved. It's like you don't know it until it's gone. This is what was happening. They see you as somebody that's very stable now, though, that you've had a lot of growth. You're someone that probably is creating like a lot of abundance for yourself. Again, you're creating this legacy. But with the chaser, it's like they also wish that you would come back. They wish that you chase them. But for others of you, maybe some of you are actually trying to contact them and they think like you are chasing them and they don't want that. So yeah, those are two sides to the chaser card. So take what resonates as your side. But I feel like you're doing really good. They see you like really growing, lots of growth with your abundance, your appearance, your personality, your style, what you put out there. You're teaching a lot of people as well. Maybe you're like a social activist or something that you teach online. You help and support other people, and they love seeing you doing that for yourself because they know you're going to be very successful, very big, famous, recognized. So that's what I got for you guys that chose group 2 with the Moonstone Crystal. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Alright, so if you have chosen group 3 with the Rose Quartz Crystal, you found your way to your reading. So, no contact, how do they feel? Let's get started. So the first card you have here is the Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. A change in the wind. We have heart-to-heart conversations in reverse. Finances and career. And then for your oracle cards, we have abundance, the golden mirror, and we have I like you. Okay, so let's adjust camera here so you can see everything. So no contact with this person at all. How are they feeling about you? Okay, so I've been getting that this person, the Three of Wands, this person has been keeping up with you online. Perhaps you might still actually just have this person on social media, or just every now and then this person like tries to see like what you're doing, because the Three of Wands is also about like exploration and discovery. So it's like this person is trying to look at what you've been up to. With the Knight of Swords, how this person feels is also that, or actually with the Three of Wands, how this person also feels about you is you're somebody that's always looking for adventure. You're someone that can, achieve a lot. and you're really great at planning. But with the Knight of Swords here too, they also feel like you're somebody that can really get a point across. You can get your view across. You might also be somebody that can kind of speak impulsively or say things impulsively or just really quick make really quick decisions, but you're somebody that's very direct and you know how to use your voice. But at the same time, you do balance that directness with that compassion as well. So if somebody came to you for advice, you would give them like constructive criticism, or just you would be like really constructive with them. You wouldn't make them feel like anxiety on top of anxiety that they already have. It's like you can get a point across to somebody, but in a compassionate and sweet, loving way. They also feel like you have a really beautiful voice, or that and also that you're very creative. You could be somebody that's really great with writing. Some of you might be like poets, or they've seen some poetry that you've written or heard some of the poetry that you've written. You have a very beautiful voice. Some of you might also play instruments and they think you're really great at these things. Okay? Was the Ace of Cups too. I also am picking up that even though you aren't in contact with this person, they still have a space in their heart for you, which honestly all these groups have been the same. But with this group, um, this person could have also gathered more feelings for you when you weren't together. So there's a possibility here this person wanted to come back towards you earlier on, but they didn't because, even though they had those feelings for you, they felt like maybe it's been too long. I'm also here, this person would also want to tell you, if they could, that they should have had more conversations, more vulnerable conversations with you, and they should have been more honest, especially more honest about their financial situation and their career situation. Perhaps this person wasn't happy with their finances and career, and they weren't telling you about it because that was a topic they were very vulnerable about. Perhaps maybe this person could have been dealing with a lot of issues at home, or dealing with issues with like money. Maybe their parents were dealing with issues with money, but they didn't actually speak about it with you. This person could have also tried hard to put a certain face on because they really liked you and adored you, and they wanted to make sure that you got all the best sides of them, but it also kind of started to, add up and get to them, and they couldn't no longer put out that effort that they once did in the beginning, right? Because this feels like there was great things are happening, and then there's like a quick kind of abrupt change, and you're like, what the heck? Where did this come from? Why did this come out of the blue? But yeah, this person could have like quickly kind of made a change, walked out of your life. But again, a change in the wind, it's like while you weren't in contact, they did think about coming towards you and saying something. But, for some of you, maybe they did, and others of you, maybe they didn't. But with abundance here too, they feel like you are somebody that's very positive. You can bring in a lot of abundance. They feel like you're very stable. And they feel like you're richer than you like put out there. Like maybe you have a lot of money, but they don't see you really like flaunting or whatever. And it's not even like you need to do that, but they feel like you could be better with like what you use on your finances or something. I don't know. Like maybe some of you could have like, maybe they feel like you can move out on your own by yourself, or you can get a car or something, or change something about your hair or whatever, because you have the money to do so. So they just think you're very abundant. They think you're really great at manifesting what you want. Like you've spoken to them about what you wanted to do in your life, and now you're manifesting that. Like you're literally living your dream. With the golden mirror here, though, it's like they do recognize the ways that they were one-sided with this connection and self-absorbed. Like they weren't really thinking about um you nearing the end. They were thinking a lot about themselves, right? And they started being kind of like an a-hole. They also feel like for some of you, they could have said I love you very early. And they feel like at the time, like they did feel like love for you, but they weren't really in love with you until you got like deeper into the relationship. But then it started blooming, and they realized that they still do really like you. And I feel like right now this person also still likes you, but is like looking at you from a distance, like admiring you from a distance. Like they see what you're doing online and they think it's so amazing, and they think it's so crazy that, you used to date or you used to talk with each other, and now you're like achieving really great things. And it's really nice to know you because of this, because of these reasonings, right? But they still do have some feelings for you with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. Um, Having a lot of fun with this wand. Also, there's a lot of blue here, so throat chakra is coming up. They could have like had something to say or could have said more, but their throat chakra is blocked at the time. Maybe they weren't very self-aware or just aware of this connection in general and how much serious like it really was than they thought, you know? So, yeah, this person is still into you. They still like you. Again, we have the Ace of Cups here and at the ending of the spread. So it's like, in the end, they still care about you. In the end, they still have love for you. But you know, this person didn't say that to you, didn't get the chance to say that to you. So that's what I got for you guys that chose group 3 with the rose quartz. I'm also getting another thing I'm getting is like maybe something changed, like maybe you had differences with something and like there's just like a change and it was kind of like off balance, so you just like kind of pulled away from each other. Um but yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you guys. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.